10 seconds. Stand by. Como hemos dicho, tenemos 3 representantes nacionales en este hit. Susana López en la calle número 8. Camiseta gris y cinturón amarillo. Eva Cortiella, calle número 4. Vestida de negro y con rodilleras moradas. Y tenemos a Judith Torrabadella en la calle número 3 con camiseta blanca. Susana López es la primera chica en ponerse a hacer squat cleans. Le sigue muy de cerca Johanny Talhar.
For the ladies, this is individual event number 2 is the same as for the men. The only thing that changes are the weights. So still Linda, rep scheme from 10 to 1, deadlift, bench press, and squat clean, but the females will be using 220 pounds for the deadlift, which is about 100 kilos, 135 pounds for the bench press, which is about 61 kilos, and 105 pounds for the squat clean, which is a little bit less than 50 kilos, about 48. So we've got a few females out of that bench press onto the squat cleans. Jessica Vetter, lane 1, leading the way here. She's done with her first round. Is heading back to the bar for the deadlifts.
Susana López y Lisa Ebel luchan por el primer lugar, pero aún es pronto.
time cap is 17 minutes. And the world record currently is held by Dania Davidsdottir at 12 minutes and 50 seconds. That was set at the East Regional. So 12 minutes and 50 seconds is the time to beat worldwide.
Judith Rabadella se quita la camiseta de Pechito Team. Luego nos contáis a ver qué es ese hashtag de pesa poquito. Venga, hacer ruido los de Pechito Team. ¿Qué pasa? Aún nos queda mucho WOD por delante. Se completan ahora mismo 6 minutos. Nos quedan 11 más. Liza Ebel se distancia de las demás cogiendo la primera posición. Ella está en la calle número 5. Camiseta negra y mallas azul marino.
Lisa Ebel on lane 5 has moved into the lead here. She's done with 3 rounds and she's going to start her round of 7s from the deadlift. Closing up on 10 minutes. Individual event number 2, Linda. He won all of the female side of the competition here on the floor. Working through the 3 bars of death. Lisa Ebel, lane 5, leading the way. She's going to move her barbell forwards, and that means she's done with her round of 7s.
Atentos porque en la calle número 9, Hamnah Bahar se pone en segunda posición. Ella viene desde CrossFit Metalize.
Lane number 5, Lisa Ebel, back at her squat clean bar, finishing up her round of 6s. Minutes has passed here in this heat number 1. There is for certain going to be a lot of athletes that will not finish this event. So if an athlete can finish this, that will definitely get them high up on that leaderboard for this event and get them, again, more valuable points towards their total score.
Lisa Ebel se pone en primera posición, le sigue muy de cerca en la calle número 9 Hamnah Bahar y Susana López en tercera posición. Cuando estamos a 3 minutos del time cap. Atentos porque Lisa Ebel está teniendo problemas en los gemelos. Ya hemos visto cómo en la categoría masculina muchos de los atletas han terminado con los gemelos subidos. Parece ser que este evento exige mucho esfuerzo al tren trasero de las piernas.
And after a little bit of a struggle, Lisa Ebel making her way back towards the deadlift bar again. She's still in the lead here in this heat number 1 as we're coming up on 16 minutes. To go, 1 minute.
Atentos porque Susana López y Danila Capazzetti están batallando la tercera posición.
We have 20 seconds to go.
Vamos, Susana, últimas repeticiones.
Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Help these athletes to finish their day here. 10 seconds. Three, two, one, time. That is your heat 1 done, and that is day 1 done for these female athletes here on the floor. Give it up one more time for them, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by. And we are off again with Linda. 10 more female athletes taking on this event number 2. Deadlifts, bench press, and squat cleans. Each round, the repetitions will decrease, so the first round will be 10s, the second round will be 9s, third round will be 8s, and so on until the athlete is down to their last round where they only perform 1 rep at each movement. But there's no car and no match. Now, stand down. You were on a Mac 10 or a shape out. You were never back then, you ain't back now. Never had a Mac 10, look, been back down. Wait, I feel bare kicks, feel bare clothes. Said that I can't wear those. I don't like them, they're not biting, they went silent, they're all weirdos. Like, yeah, spoons went clear. They were on a front door or one clear. Man, never call me, see my gun there. She's gonna go to it, go there. Don't care who you know from my block. No more alcohol, we get boxed. They can take my car on my trips. I'm still through the road in my socks. Like, who's gonna stop me? Don't be an idiot, move smart. I've been killing it, new king. Niggas ain't ready for my new stuff. You're up by yourself, go group up. I'm in Crepin States for the BTs. I was covering. And lane number 5 for all Mastabani joins Nicole Beto and Mary Jameson on the squat cleans for this first round. You're never too big for the move. I got the big side towards my feet. Your face ain't big for my moves. I'm too hot. Much money in my shoebox. I'm the man of the house and my show sold out and I'm running from the boondocks. Beat Swan in my boombox. Still meat from the stew pot. And I'm going sick on my tune drops. Little man, that's a hooplo, not a hoopla. Now survivable. I got magic, I'm down to die for this. I don't care, I'm bound to ride with it. Man stress, so I'm bound to laugh with this. Wait, I'm down to ride with flips. Real G's gonna ride around to this. Man, I got no time to ride at this. I never left my 9 to 5 for this waste man thing. I don't care what rave man's in. I came here to relax, but if it gets man, make a young boy take man's things. Try to tell me I'm way too big to rebel. Nah, man, you're never too big to rebel. I was in the O2 singing my lungs out, but you're never too big for Adele. Leave my yard, blow a kiss to my girl. Salute to my sister as well. Gotta keep trophies down at my mum's bit. Man, I'm getting way too big for myself. When I see bare MCs on the sideline, but I still got a couple bangs in the pipeline. Man, I got grown men acting with this. You're getting way too old for the timeline. You're getting way too old for this. Should've looked after your kids. Get out the booth, go home to your son. It's never too late to come in. It's like man up for my name in the bar. Random flag, get a cake to guitar. This year I learned how to take care of business. Next year I'll learn how to play the guitar. You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big side towards my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up to you. Man, know that I kick up to you. Then when they're trying to find the truth, how dare you to find the truth? You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the
much about you? How come I don't know much about you?
Nicole Petto on lane 7. Right now in the lead here. Mary Davidson on lane 10. Second place in the heat currently. As Nicole Petto makes her way back towards the deadlifts again. Mary Jamieson, lane 10. One more rep for her to do here on this round of 9s, and then she can move back to the deadlifts.
I don't know much about you. How come I don't know much about you? Mike. Close. When I get close to the coast.
Nicole Petto, lane 7. Advancing her bar for the 3rd time. She's done with 3 rounds. And Mary Jamieson, lane 10, also on those squat cleans on the round of 8.
I was trying to follow it, Lavinia, but she wasn't in her. Cause I was a sinner, thought I was a minger. Never had a bimmer, rolling through the ends and I stole in a thriller. Waiting for the dominoes guy to deliver. For a free dinner, thought I knew it all, I was just a beginner. Never was a singer, I was on pirate radio waiting for I heard my skinner. Wild one killer, yeah that's my man. Talk about race, but it's just way bigger. I ain't gonna waste no time on Twitter. Done with the gymmer, cry me a river. Say it to my face or say it to my trigger. You go figure or reconsider. Indian giver, looking for a chocolate girl with a hit of vanilla. And she can bring it Indian river. I just wanna whistle for a pillar. And I got a little bit of spiller. We can get a boat and we can get a villa. We can be a South Beach ring. A Liverpool get a no filler. I don't wanna brag or boast. I don't cater and I don't host. But when they ask what I do, I say I do the most. Then I get close. And I coast like I am supposed. Don't pose and I do not post. And that's why these girls wanna try play me. Close. When they get close on the coast. Ghost. Don't pose and I don't post. Close. When I get close on the coast. Ghost. Pour food on my table, I run the table. Big bang stinking logo, I run the label. I've been doing this since cable. I was in a graveyard shift in the studio, only pumped out for a soul beef bagel. I was on the road when it was unstable. I'm not an angel, beef hot more than a playful. I ain't hateful, born in the 80s, here in the 80s.
As with the men, the female weights have been calculated from the average weight of last year's games female athletes. So the bench press is the same weight as that average weight is, and then from there the deadlift is 1.25 times that, and the squat clean 75% of that weight. And Nicole Petto again, lane 7, she's on her squat cleans, finishing up her round of 7s. Also finishing up her round, she's on the round of 8s. And Carol Castellani on lane 5, also finishing up her round of 8.
God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't. I feel good sometimes I don't. I finesse down with the road. Might go down to G.O.D. I go hard on Southside G. I make sure that no side eat. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, that bring the crashes to the party. And you know me. Turn the O2 into the O2.
Se cumplen 10 minutos justo ahora. Por lo tanto, 7 minutos para el time cap.
God's plan. I can't do this on my own. Hey, someone watching it close. I've been me since Scarlet Road. Hey, might go down as G.O.D. Yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G. Hey, wait. I make sure that no side E. Yeah. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and wish and wish and wish and they wish and on me. Yeah. Yeah. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish.
11 minutes on the clock right now, 17 minutes is the time cap. And in that previous heat, we did not have any female athletes finish this event. The furthest anyone got was Lisa Ebel, and I believe she got to her round of 4s. So these females here, specifically Nicole Petel on lane 7, has the chance to set the new score to beat here in the second heat.
Ya tenemos a Nicole Petel en la calle número 7, adelantada del resto, cuando se dispone a entrar en la ronda de 5 repeticiones de peso muerto, deadlift, bench press, el press de banca y squat clean. Cargada. To go until the time cap.
Slow me down. Yeah, I dropped the top of the pool. They try to get at me. Ooh, they say I'm sweet just like you. Yeah. Say said everything I could.
And again, lane 7, Nicole Petel walking back to her bar. First squat cleans, 5 repetitions to do for her on this round. for Nicole Petal for that round of 5s. 4 more rounds to go for her. 3 minutes to go. Mary Jameson, lane 10, also finishing off her round of 5s. She's holding on to that second spot in the heat. And lane 8, Neha Amari. Right now, 3rd place in the heat as she advances her bar and finishes her round of 6s.
Estamos a punto de llegar a los 15 minutos. 2 minutos para el time cap.
2 minutes.
I got girls that I should have made pay for it. Got girls that I should have made wait for it. I got girls that I cancel the flight back home. Stay another day for it. You got attitude on nana, yo. No agua, yo. Stomach on flat, yo. No, what's that? Yeah, I need it all right now. Last year I had drama, girl, not right now. I would never go and chat what we talking about. You the only one I know can fit. Man, I always wonder if you ask yourself, is it just me? Is it just me? Or is this so good I shouldn't have to for free? Is it just me? Yeah, is it just me? Is this so good I shouldn't have to for free? I know you working day and night to get a college degree. Bet nobody that you been with even know you're free, right? You know you only do that with me.
We have 1 minute to go before the time cap.
You know that you make your own.
Mary Jameson back at her squat clean bar, and so is Neha Amari.
I be out of words trying to sum it up. Girl, you throw it back like one love. Even let me slash on the tour.
Nicole Petal still leading the way in the heat though. Holding on to that first spot. Mary Jameson 2nd spot, and Neha Amari 3rd position in the heat currently.
Is it just me? Is it just me? Is this
30 seconds to go. Please make some noise for these ladies right here. This is going to be their last event of the day.
Is it just me?
Keep it coming, Madrid. Keep it coming, please.
Últimos 15 segundos. Vamos a animar a las atletas que están en la pista.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that does it for Heat 2. This heat belongs to Nicole Petal. She sets the new score to beat. Nicole got the whole round of 3 completed, so that will be the score to beat from now on.
Have a good weekend.
One more time, please. One more big round of applause for these ladies here on the floor. This is their day 1 done here as well.
About that time to close out the opening day of the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games Meridian Regional here at Madrid, as we are ready for Heat 3 of 4 in women's event number 2. Brandon Domain, Mads Jakobsen, and Nikki Brazier with you at Caja Mágica, as we've yet to see anybody actually able to beat the time cap here in event number 2, but may see some of these athletes here that will be showing up in our top 10 be able to do so, as it's Jess Tao leading the way. We saw her in heat number 1 of this event. That one didn't go so well for her, but Jamie Greene in 2nd, Odrun Gilfdottir in 3rd, Alicia Joy Walkley in 4th, Matilda Orlandoni rounding out your top 5 after event number 1, as next up, event number 2.
And so the event we have in front of us is event number 2, Linda. 10, 9, 8, 7, all the way down to 1 reps of deadlifts at 220 pounds, bench press at 135 pounds, and squat cleans at 105 pounds. The time cap is 17 minutes.
And here in heat number 3, we'll have a couple of athletes that are in the top 10 coming out of event number 1, including 4th place after that opening event in lane number 9, Alessia Joy Walkley. And in lane 5, finishing 6th in the opening event, Manila Pinocchio.
Manila Pinocchio did great on the run, and she's a powerful athlete. I think she's looking forward to this event.
And underway, the score to beat is finishing the round of 3. So there were 9 reps remaining. And that was for Nicole Patel, 1 heat to go.
And I have a feeling we're going to see a couple of these girls finish it. I'd like to see it, and I think we have some strong athletes here, quite capable of portioning out their effort right, so that they're going to have enough left in the tank to make a little sprint and get all the way to goal.
First 2 to the bench press will be Tina Moglin in lane number 3, wearing all black, and in white and camo will be Manila Pinocchio in lane number 5 in the center lane.
We've seen that a lot of these ladies have been struggling with the bench press. Manila doesn't look like has that problem at all. These are clear, crisp, fast reps. If she can hold on to that, she's setting her up for success.
It's all going to be small sets for Moglin, but she will see a couple of athletes make their way by her, as it's Manila Pinocchio on the left, Anna Caldas on the right. No shock to see Caldas out in front early on in this one.
Not at all. I mean, the question is if she's going to be able to hold on to that speed all the way. But, I mean, that does look incredibly easy to her.
And for Anna Caldas, she's already got a spot in the games this year, qualifying in the 40 to 44 division, finishing 10th in the online qualifier. Yes, I said the 40 to 44 division, where we have an athlete that's in the 2nd age group in Masters division competing here this weekend in the Open division of the Meridian.
Well, I mean, it's got to be really comforting coming in here knowing that, you know, I'm going to Madison no matter what. So if I make it here, that'd be great. Otherwise, this is going to be a great way to start. Just to get some competition in, to get like how does my leading up to the event look? What am I going to do? What am I going to do during the event? How am I going to talk to my coach, and so on and so forth. So looks like an event that she's very comfortable with, though.
She's onto the bench. Only one other athlete onto round number 2, and that will be Pinocchio. Pinocchio taking a breather after a set of 5, I believe, on the deadlift.
And Anna Caldas not skipping a beat at all. Look at that. That's an easy bench press right there. If she can keep that going, we're in for a finish and a good time as well. We saw a lot of the athletes in the previous heats, and what they were doing is they were walking up to or in all the transitions basically. And as we progressed through the event, they'd start running to cut down the transition time. I mean, she's making short work out of this.
Going with that style more like we saw from Sarah Sigmundsdottir in Berlin, with those slow strolls just wandering over.
That's a smart way to start, just making sure that you've got a lot left to answer any kind of calls that come up a little bit later. We've seen a lot of these athletes that walk as well. They're also doing 1 rep at a time. Anna here opting to go unbroken from the start.
So onto the squat cleans in round number 2 for Pinocchio, who has plenty to gain in this one, entering this event 6th after an impressive showing in triple threes.
And she's got to be happy with her outing her finish in event number 1. I didn't think that she was going to be able to hold on to the run the way that she did, but she sure did. This looks more like it's her jam.
Neah Kerlund in lane number 7.
Neah Kerlund
making quick work of the squat cleans here.
And as you said before, Mia's been competing in weightlifting, and, you know, she's been spending a lot of time with the bar. She's always had a lot of potential, this girl, and I think this is an event that suits her really, really well. Like I said before, the deadlifts have in the past been a little bit of an issue for her. I think she's sorted that out. I think she's making sure that she's not trying to catch on to anybody else's speed, but she's going to excel as we move through here.
She's holding the 3rd position here in heat number 3. As we come up on the 5-minute mark, the 17-minute time cap event. She's closing out round number 2, but Anna Caldas, see her on the far left of the screen, she's about to close out round number 3 and reach the halfway point in terms of the reps.
It's going to be interesting to see if Anna just kind of lets off the gas just a little bit and starts going singles, or if she's going to go unbroken, and she just answered that question by going unbroken again.
She's just slinging that bar. It just looks so easy with how she moves it.
It really does. I mean, this could be a case of if she's not happy with the result that she had in event number 1, she's going to go out here and try to remedy that in this event and get back into contention. Very casually strolling back.
Pinocchio marching to the bar. She'll close out the round of 8. Now, obviously, this is a slower strategy early, going with the singles on the cleans, but it could pay off later.
Oh, it definitely could. I mean, if she can stay within striking distance, and Anna kind of finds herself in a little bit of a hole, she can start, Pinocchio can start stringing together multiple reps and catch up. We've seen that happen in the past, so not strange at all. That's Neah Kerlund right here on the bench press as well. Those are good reps.
Strong on the bench.
And that is where we've seen people get in trouble before, on the bench press.
So she'll advance to the round of 8 on the cleans, but ahead of her, it's the 2 oldest in the heat. 31-year-old mother of 1, Manila Pinocchio on the right, 40-year-old already in the Masters division at the games this summer, Anna Caldas on the left leading the way.
And none of them look like they're slowing down either.
So Caldas onto the set of 7. Looks like she's probably going to try to go unbroken yet again.
That's impressive. It's impressive that she started out with it. I mean, there is a point to be made about going out there and going unbroken on the first couple of sets just to try to lure people into your speed kind of thing. But then you may want to save a little bit of grip and a little bit of gas.
And there's something to be said also. You take a last place finish in event number 1, you got nothing to lose. You might as well go for it. If it doesn't pay off, it doesn't pay off in the end.
And especially considering that she's already got a seat saved for the games in Madison.
Yeah, Kerlund making her way into the round of 7. Continuing to hold the 3rd position, as there has not been a whole lot of shuffling in this one.
I'm expecting these ladies to hold on to the positioning that they have pretty much until the 5 rep. Then, if anybody has anything left, that's when they need to start making their move. But if they make it too fast, it's a long way home.
Thinking transition points?
Well, both in the transitions, but also if you want to start stringing together touch and go reps, or if you want to start going faster on the bench press or anything like that. And then obviously, as we've seen before, there's a lot to be made by jogging back and forth.
8.5 minutes into the 17-minute time cap event. Again, this is Linda. Some would like to call it the 3 bars of death. It's also known as event number 2 here at the regional this year. 10-to-1 deadlift, bench, and squat clean. The deadlift weight 220 pounds, about 100 kilos. Bench press weight 135 pounds, 62 kilos. And the squat clean weight 105 pounds, or about 48 kilos.
And still effortless on that bench press. Just taking a casual stroll. It's a nice day here in Madrid. Where did anybody leave my barbell?
Six reps away from the round of 5 for Caldas, who has led this one really since the beginning.
she doesn't look like she's slowing down at all. Now I think we're going to see touch and go repetitions from her all the way. And this is when Manila needs to make a move. If she wants to make that move, this is about it.
And she's transitioning a lot quicker from bar to bar, and this could be the difference maker between the two.
Oh, absolutely.
Starting to go with more touch and go reps for Pinocchio. And as I say that, choosing to go back to singles. Check back in on third place, Neah Kerlund, who's starting to get a push from Karin Balbaki in lane number 2, also into the round of 7 on the squat cleans. There is Balbaki in the green and purple, bottom of the screen.
Out of CrossFit Yaz now. Like I said before, she's got some regional experience as well, being on a team for CrossFit Nordic in the past. That's some heavy breathing right there from Karin. Kom igen nu tjejen.
6 minutes away from our 17-minute time cap. Again, the score to beat is getting through the round of 3. So all but 9 of the reps required in this event.
And as we say that, Anna Caldas just got caught under the bar in the bench press. Initially, she looked so certain that that was not going to be a problem, but now she just had to have help from the spotter as she comes back to the bench press. It's going to be interesting to see how much that took out of the bank.
And because of that, we've got a lead change. So Caldas has fallen to second place. Manila Pinocchio has moved past her and is already working on the set of 5 cleans.
And I really didn't see that coming, considering that she was so fast and so assertive on the bench press to start with. But here you go, here you see it. Looking really good to start with, but then just a little bit of a struggle there on the left arm.
Just slammed into the wall, basically, on that rep. That came up in a hurry.
And that's all it takes to open up the door to Manila Pinocchio.
So Pinocchio will be the beneficiary, and we'll have a lead change for the first time since the very early stages of the very first round in this heat. And it will most likely wind up being an event lead going into heat 4 of 4 for whoever takes this race between Pinocchio and Caldas for the lead in heat 3.
And that's still really good. You want to make sure you don't hit the wall. I mean, if you've got a rep left and you start feeling like, yeah, I'm not sure about this, at this point, rack it, go for it again.
Back to singles. I'm wondering if that changed once she took the lead, just deciding, okay, I don't need to go touch and go anymore. I can go singles. Granted, there's still 1 heat remaining.
Well, I'm thinking she's thinking, you know, let's just save a little bit just in case Anna comes back and I need to answer that. And here's Anna back on the bench press, and let's just see how that works out for her now. Oh, it looks like she's got a little bit of a cramp as well. Her calf's right there. I've seen several athletes struggling with that.
This has wound up being the big story in event number 2 in most of all of the regionals that we've seen, where the effects of triple threes just showing up late in event number 2.
Oh, definitely. And you see, it's not an easy fix either. I mean, you need to take a little bit of time, get a little bit of stretch out of it. As soon as she bends that leg, she's feeling the effects of it. And that's opening up the field to a lot of other athletes. Manila Pinocchio doing a really, really good job at managing that lead that she was just given right here.
Pinocchio through 2 of 3 reps. And at this point, whoever wins this heat will be our event leader going into heat 4, as that is now tied the score to beat from heat number 2.
And I'm not sure in the bottom of your screen if Karin Balbaki knows that she has a chance to make a move on Anna right here.
Bonacci has moved into the third position, working on the round of 5 cleans. See Caldas making her way to the clean bar after finishing the set of 4 bench press. This is not an easy movement to do, despite how easy she made the weight look as she was lifting this bar the first few rounds. When you're cramping up like that, it is not an easy movement to achieve a good rep with.
Not at all. And you can see Anna right there. I mean, she's going with singles right now, and just entirely because of that cramp creeping up.
But on to the final round, and we may have our first finisher here on the women's side of the Meridian Regional in event number 2, as Manila Pinocchio making her way back down the floor for 1 of each movement. The deadlift in the books, now to the bench. Gets that one, and the squat clean at the end is just going to be a formality at this point. And Manila Pinocchio, 6th place in our opening event. And she will be your leader with 1 heat remaining in at 15 minutes, 47 seconds.
She's got to be happy with that. Not only did she do really well in event number 1, she ends up with a heat win in event number 2.
Caldas back onto the deadlift bar. This is in the round of 3.
And look at that right there. She is not feeling good at all. She's not looking forward to getting down on onto that bench.
Now Bonacci is onto the round of 4 cleans. So she's closing ground pretty quickly. Again, we only got about 35 seconds remaining until the 17-minute time cap, so it might be a question of if there's enough time for her to close back on that gap.
Well, she's sure doing everything she can at the same time as Anna just fought her way through that bench press, and
that is a ton of effort trying to get to this clean bar. 15 seconds. I think she knew that the pressure was on for position. She'll get through the round of 3. That'll be good for her, tied for 2nd provisionally going into the final heat. And that was an incredible effort there to get to that point. But it's Manila Pinocchio that will lead the way with 1 heat remaining, the only woman thus far to finish here in the Meridian Regional at 15 minutes, 47 seconds.
And Manila Bonacci did a great job there, just staying in her own lane, and as soon as that opportunity came, she jumped at it and just did not let go. At the same time as it just got harder and harder for Anna to ignore the cramp in her calf. There she is. Manila Pinaccio's got to be happy with her first day at the Meridian Regional.
And here are our lane assignments for the final heat of the day. And it will have 5 of the top 10 coming out of event number 1, including 9th place Emilia Lappinen in lane number 3. Jacqueline Dahlstrom in 8th place will be in lane 4. 7th place Lauren Fisher in lane number 1. We'll have Odrun Gilfadottir in 3rd place in lane 7. And 2nd place after the opening heat, Jamie Greene, will be in lane number 6.
I'm looking forward to see who wants to extend the lead or get back into the game.
Underway with heat 4 of 4. Again, just 1 time to beat thus far. 15 minutes, 47 seconds by Manila Pinocchio. 1 heat to go. And for this heat, we are joined by a guest, our 2013 Games champion, Samantha Briggs. Sam, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Always, always. And this event, we've seen 1 of 30 actually able to finish it. It's showing how tough this one actually is, especially after triple threes.
No, definitely. I think with the bench press being a new exercise as a regional event, it's showing that maybe not that many people work on bench press in their training.
And the effects of it have been showing thus far as, again, just 1 have been able to beat the time cap thus far. And only 1 athlete has gotten through the bench press at this point. And that is in lane number 3, Emilia Lappinen, as Lauren Fisher has made her way to the bar as well. But a minute in, we're not seeing a whole lot of forward movement thus far.
We're not, and I'd like to ask you, Sam, now that we have you here. So at what point would you make a move? Would you start by making a move, trying to get everybody else to go a little bit faster than they would have thought, or would you wait until the later stages and then make your move?
I think you need to assess what kind of athlete you are. If the bench press is your strength, then you can make a move, do that unbroken or in 2 sets, and maybe force some athletes to come out in front or go faster on the bench than they're ready for. If the bench press is a weakness for you, then it needs to be sensible reps. You need to be breaking it into 2s or 3s right from the start, and then you can make your move when it gets to like the 5s and the 4s, as opposed to trying to get out in front early on and then you end up failing a rep when it's 5s or 4s, when you should be able to then blitz on through the rest of the workout.
We're seeing a lot of athletes as well. Brandon and I have been talking about it. Initially they walk from movement to movement. After that, a little bit later stages, they start running. What are your thoughts on that, without putting words in your mouth?
I think it's the same thing. It depends how confident you are with the movements. The first 5 rounds, there's a lot of reps to get through. So if you're getting your heart rate up too much, that might mean that you're not as stable on the bench press, and the last thing you want to do is fail a rep on the bench press. It just tires you out, throws your whole game plan out of the window. Whereas if you can stay nice and calm and steady, keep the heart rate down, then from the 5s onwards, open the floodgates.
Yep.
A moment ago, you saw in lane number 3, Emilia Lepanon actually having a failed rep on the bench press, spotter having to get involved there. That in the round of 9. That is very early to have a missed rep.
She's still off the bar first, though.
I mean, it could be just a timing issue that she came down a little bit faster than she wanted to. She's strong. I don't imagine she would get in trouble in the bench press, at least not this early.
I think as well, the new setup of the bench, a few of the girls with the shorter bar have been touching the straps on the side, as opposed to the guys' bars, which are a little bit wider and fit nicely across. So it could have been just an issue that she hit the strap and it might have put her out of position.
4 athletes working on the squat cleans in the round of 9. It is Lepanon, the leader in blue. Lauren Fisher on the near side of the screen in second. Jamie Greene in the center of the screen in all black in third. And on the very top lane, Carmen Bosmans in fourth.
And this is an event that I'm kind of looking forward to see Carmen in. I mean, this should be her element. She's always been really, really strong. She moves really well with the barbell as well. And I know that coaching-wise, she's been getting a lot of really, well, I'd say some expert help on how to execute events like this. So combine athletic prowess with a good game plan. I mean, that's a recipe for success.
Now, I am here on official duties this weekend as Carmen Bosman's coach, helping out her full-time coach, Elliot Simmons. And she definitely was looking forward to this event more than the 333, that's for sure.
I'm not surprised. She's always been a powerhouse, and I mean, she moves really well, both with and without the barbell, so I think this should be right up her alley. I'm happy you're helping Elliot out so he can focus on just going out and doing good at what he's doing.
No, definitely. I think it would be a big ask for anybody to be competing at his level and also trying to coach an athlete at the same time.
While maintaining a points lead also, which Elliot currently holds on the men's side after day number 1.
So we got Carmen on the bench press right here. We're getting to see Lauren. Lauren's always also on the bench press. Not always, but also. So let's see who gets off the bench press first.
Top 4 all onto the bench press, and we're seeing a big change for all 4 of the athletes in that lead pack, as it looks like everybody going for small sets at this point. For the most part, doubles, it appears.
But we also saw him go really, really fast on the barbell in the squat clean, so I'm not super surprised to see them just have, there needs to be one of these movements where you kind of slow the pace down just a little bit. So Sam, do you have any thoughts on, we're seeing a lot of these girls stringing together reps. Is it primarily a strength issue, or is it more of a technique thing, would you say?
I think it comes down to a technique thing. They also, if you're not controlling the bar down, you've not got that eccentric loading, so you might be saving a little bit of energy. Some athletes feel more comfortable if they are still connected to the bar in connecting those reps up. I know I much prefer touch and go to singles. I feel that bringing the bar down puts me in a better position for my next rep.
We move into the round of 7, past the halfway point in terms of the reps. It's Lauren Fisher in lane number 1 on the near side of the screen. Out in front, Jamie Greene has moved into 2nd. It'll be Lepanon in 3rd, Bosmans in 4th through the 3rd round.
And Amelia Lepanon just casually strolling back to the deadlift bar at the same time as we saw Lauren Fisher get after that deadlift immediately. And here she is onto the bench press.
It's a different strategy than we saw a round ago. Instead of 4 sets of 2, opening up with a set of 4 on this round of 7.
And as soon as she gets a little bit taxed, she racks the bar immediately, just to make sure she doesn't have to get, fight that bar all the way down to the chest and then have the spotter help her. That may have cost her a bit more than she bargained for.
About half of this heat into the round of 7, the other half working on the round of 8. As we hit the 8-minute mark in this 17-minute time cap event. Event number 2, sets of 10 all the way down to 1. Deadlift, bench press, and squat clean. But it continues to be Lauren Fisher out in front. She took that lead late in the round of 9.
She's doing great on the squat cleans here, maintaining that lead. Jamie Greene is still back there on the bench press, now just finishing up. Carmen Bosman is just finishing up her bench presses as well. It looks like Lauren is just moving through the bench presses a little bit faster and then maintaining that momentum on both the deadlift and the squat cleans.
You can see she's staying very calm and controlled on the squat cleans.
So a lot like the composure that we saw during the triple threes earlier today.
Looks
Jamie
confident.
with a much faster split there on the squat cleans than Fisher in the round of 7.
So are you expecting Carmen to make a move a little bit later?
I think she's just sticking to a game plan. The aim is touch and go a few reps and then singles to keep the heart rate down. She's good at benching and squat cleaning. The deadlift is not her best lift, so it's all about staying calm and collected so that she can move through the deadlift smoothly and then be fine to go and smash the bench.
Yep. I like that, Brendan. That's what you got to do. You got to smash the bench. You can't just go out there and dupe it. You need to smash it. I like that.
That's what I've been doing wrong this whole time.
We need to start doing that.
So Sam, while we got you here, it's been a couple weeks since we saw you in Berlin. Gotta ask, it would be remiss if I don't, how the progress is coming with the elbow.
Really good. I've been given the all clear to start frontal loading. I've just got another 2 weeks where I'm not allowed any lateral movement, but then I should be good to go and start proper training then to come as my first year as a master.
There we go. That's a good sign right there that you're starting to be cleared for everything. You've got a couple months until the games.
Definitely. I can't wait to actually start like snatching and stuff again. I'm excited.
Well, for those of you guys out there in TV land who has not yet made the choice of following Sam on social media, I think you should. Just so you know that Sam you haven't exactly been resting and waiting for the elbow to get okay so you can train the rest of your body. You've been doing a lot of other stuff as well.
No, definitely. Having an injury doesn't mean that you can't do stuff. It's all about finding ways to train around it and instead looking at what you can do.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of stuff you can still do without an elbow.
As Jamie Greene has taken the lead moving into the round of 5, 15 reps of each movement remain. And those touch and goes have been the difference maker when we get to the cleans. One woman has been able to finish this here in the Meridian Regional thus far, as it's 15:47, the time to beat from Manila Pinocchio in heat number 3. That one a bit in question So we're a little under 11 and a half minutes into heat 4.
And we know that Manila didn't have any problems with the bench press, but she did slow down a little bit in the later stages of the event. So it's going to be interesting to see if these girls can hold on to the current pace.
Left side of the screen, Jamie Greene. She got to the bench a little bit slower than Fisher did. They both broke off a set of 3, but Greene was moving the bar a lot easier than Fisher did pacing-wise. And Greene will retake the lead coming away from the bench.
And let's see that pace one more time on the squat cleans. Nicely, just re-gripping on the way down, saving forearms and grip just a little bit, but not losing any speed at all.
Greene into the round of 4. It's just been steady as she goes throughout this entire heat, picking off people one by one, and she's out in front.
And here's Lauren Fisher as we're watching Jamie Greene finish off her deadlifts. Lauren Fisher making her way back to her deadlifts.
This has been a very deliberate pace when it comes to the bench press for Jamie.
I think that's smart. I mean, if you know that there's one of these movements out there that you may struggle a little bit with, that's just really smart. How do you time your rest on the bench press, Sam?
I think she'll have been working with her coach and worked out the most efficient time. I know when we were preparing before the Berlin regionals, Emma McQuaid was doing the same, working out like what reps with what rest ends up being the fastest overall.
Yep.
Like, can she maintain 3s with 5 seconds rest, or is it 2s with a shake off, quick 2s?
Yep.
And come up with a game plan that's going to be best for you, the athlete.
Yep.
And then you know in your head, 2, then you count in 1, 2, back on 2.
So it's not just a thing of where just kind of feeling it out and going, yeah, I need this rest and this rest.
Obviously, they'll have like their A game, their A plan, and if things start to struggle or they start to slow down, or on the other way, if things are feeling great, then now that we're down to the 5s and the 4s, then it's time that you can push that plan a little bit.
Yep.
Speaking of moving down to the 4s, Carmen Bosman's into the round of 4 on the bench press, and she does so in the 3rd position here in this heat. It's going to be a 5-6 rep differential between her and Lauren Fisher for 2nd. But out in front, it continues to be Jamie Greene, who's back onto the bar for cleans in the round of 3. Less than a minute away from the time to beat, which looks like it'll stand for Manila Pinocchio. And what a solid day number 1 it would be for her, with a 6th and a 1st if this holds.
Oh, she's got to be really, really happy with day 1 of this of the Meridian Regionals.
But for Jamie Greene, it could be good enough for 2nd in event number 1 and 2nd in event number 2.
Well, if that's how it pans out, then I'm pretty sure that Jamie Greene's a happy camper as well.
I'm pretty excited to watch Jamie on tomorrow's first event.
It'll be interesting. Very.
Fisher onto the round of 2, but to put the finishing touches on the round of 2 is Jamie Greene. So give the event win to Manila Pinocchio as 15:47 has come and gone, but just 3 reps remain for Greene to put the finishing touches on back-to-back second-place finishes. And how about this? Your points leaders after day number 1 very well may be Elliott Simmons and Jamie Greene. Why not?
It'll be a good night around the dinner table. Fisher
to the bar for 2 reps on the cleans. She'll hold about the 1 round lead in that round of 2 over Bosmans for 3rd, but one final rep for Jamie Greene, 2nd in event number 1, 2nd in event number 2, in at 16:30.
She has got to be happy with that.
Fisher gets the deadlift as we've got about 15 seconds remaining. It's going to be close, and if there's going to be enough time for her to finish this and under the time cap. There's the bench. Sprint down the floor, 3 seconds remaining, and she won't be able to get that rep in. She'll be 1 rep shy, but it should be good for a 3rd place finish here in the event. So a 7th and a 3rd to start the competition. Her first competition in the Meridian Regional for Lauren Fisher, but for Jamie Greene, back-to-back seconds. Sam, thank you so much for joining us during this heat. Hope to see you again soon this weekend.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. As Jamie Greene, again, likely your points leader after day number 1, and does so with a very strong performance in event number 2.
Oh, she did. It was very, very clinical what she did right here. I mean, we did get an early start from Emily Leppinen right here. Jamie Greene wasn't fazed by the fact that things were moving a little bit faster than she may have anticipated at all. Emilia Leppinen right here did a great job. We saw her get a little bit into trouble on bench press. After that, Lauren Fisher kind of took over and pushed the pace a little bit. In the background, Jamie Greene was still sticking to her game plan. And once we got to the cleans and she kind of got by everybody else with that blistering pace on the touch and go reps, it was all about Jamie Greene from there on. Being smart on the bench press combined with the fast touch and goes is what led her to this position right here.
2nd in event 1, 2nd in event 2, likely the points leader after day number 1. Jamie Greene is with Nikki Brazier.
Way to go, Jamie, on that. Crushing an event, Linda, that you're obviously familiar with, but we oftentimes do based on our own body weight. So what was it like? How was it in comparison now that you had these bars that are a little more regulated, a little more averaged?
Yeah, it was good. I think it's about right for me, so I should be able to get through it. But yeah, it felt a lot better out there with the crowd and that, so it's good fun.
Now, we watched you excel in a cardio heavy event, also in a weightlifting heavy event, and there's still 2 days of competition left. What other types of events are you looking forward to here?
I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of gymnastics. We'll see how they go. Yeah.
Way to set yourself up for day 1. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Jamie Greene and Elliot Simmons should be the points leaders coming out of day number 1. So the power couple here in the Meridian Regional will have that number 1 spot going into day number 2.